I wasn't there. I wasn't there. Do you feel me? Sean B. Stoller, what do you mean? You know, when I think back on it in my early 20s, I was successful. Pretty much, pretty successful in my life in my early 20s to where, my income, I was averaging close to 100,000 a year. Now, I was making this money in my early 20s through my early 30s. And when I think back on that time, you know, I say I wasn't there because you talking about a young man, a young individual that really didn't have a real father figure in his life. You know what I'm saying? My mom did best she could. I love my mama to death. But it really showed in the relationships that I had, with the women that I dated, even the friendships overall in general that I had, it affected me. You know what I'm saying? Because here I am, a young 20-year-old, making 100,000 a year, no college degree. It was a sales job, So I felt like I was on top of the world. And couldn't nobody really tell me nothing. Now, I wasn't, completely reckless. I still had standards of myself. But overall, I was feeling my sauce a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? And when I think back on that, that's why I say I wasn't there. Especially in a relationship, dealing with women, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really there because I was still searching, trying to find myself. I was still searching, figuring things out about myself. And in the process of all of that, I wasn't there for you. I wasn't there for you. I wasn't nurturing the relationship in the way that it needed. I wasn't there in those moments that you really needed me to be focused on us. It was still about me. Do you feel me? I wasn't there. And when I think back on it, that's why I try to stress this on my channel, with younger folks, you know what I'm saying? Especially nowadays, who are able to make a lot of money a lot quicker. You can't, like I said in one of my previous videos, don't get finessed out of your own position. But the thing that's finessing you can be your own self. Do you feel me? Do not allow you to get finessed out of your position. And a lot of times, it's your own self getting in your own way. Do you feel me? You get in your own way. You affect your relationships. You affect, how people see you. And if you don't have the right guidance around you, if you don't have the right support around you, it can definitely destroy you. And it all can be taken away from you. Do you feel me? So that's why I say, for me personally, I wasn't there for you. I apologize. As a grown man in my 40s, a grown individual, I apologize to anyone that I did wrong in a relationship, in a friendship, or I just truly wasn't there for you because I was too much focusing on me, which I get. But you have to understand, when you have people that's beneficial in your life, that's there for you, you got to show them that same support as well. Do you feel me? So I know somebody out there can get what I'm saying, especially, if you're making good money out there, you know what I'm saying? There's certain things you have to remember, and there's certain people that you have to tell them you appreciate them, you love them, and you want to thank them for giving you that support, that benefit that you need. because just how you look back on it, and personally how I look back on it, I was still hurting to a degree. They probably was hurting as well, but you was too selfish to recognize it. You was too selfish to even try to figure out what the issue was. I wasn't there. Do you feel me? Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. You can share it. It's cool. Like I said, I give y'all this sauce, man. I give you the sauce on the mic. But I wasn't there for you. Now, I know it's people out there that get what I'm saying right now. And if you had that opportunity to tell those people, those family members, those loved ones, you know what I'm saying? You appreciate them. That's a beautiful thing. But if you haven't done that, and you still have opportunity to do that, I suggest that you go ahead and do that, because you don't know how far that will help somebody in their life. I wasn't there for you. Do you feel me? And it can come from your childhood situation. You know, especially in my community, you know, a lot of us, you know, we definitely didn't grow up with a father or a father figure, because you could still have both parents in the household, but that don't mean that they were giving you that support that you needed. And so, as growing up as a young individual, you know, it's like you need that support, but you also have to give it as well. Because you never know what people are going through by even with them supporting you. Sometimes some people will support you because they're hurting. They're looking for somebody to give them that same type of energy that they're giving you in a positive way, you know? And that's one thing that doesn't get talked about enough. You know what I'm saying? Is how, you know, we need more positivity in our life and people that's really in good faith, you know what I'm saying? Doing things because they want to help. You know, and when they do that for you, you have to be, you know what I'm saying? You have to recognize it, and you have to be aware of it as well, and show them that same appreciation that they gave you. Do you feel me? So I wasn't there for you, you know? And even with me, you know, I got a 19-year-old, you know, I've always been a working dude. You know what I'm saying? I always worked. Even at my lowest points, I still was doing something, you know, to help support the family, you know, support my oldest daughter. And it's at times I wasn't there for her emotionally, because I was so focused on me either trying to maintain what I had or me trying to build back up what I lost. Do you feel me? So I wasn't there for you. And it's like, you know, I tell my oldest all the time, you know, I go out my way to take care of you in a way of, you know, what you need financially. You know what I'm saying? And we do have those conversations now. But when I look back on it, I see where I made some mistakes. But at the same time, if I didn't make those mistakes, if I didn't go out there and make things happen, I wouldn't be where I'm at today, where I'm able to support her financially. I'm able to support myself. I'm able to maintain the things that I have and also have the opportunity to even build even bigger. So remember this, when you're out there grinding, when you're out there focusing and making it happen, just know you're going to lose time somewhere else. Somebody else won't get that support from you. Somebody else you won't be there for. But the key to this is you have to make sure what you're grinding for it happens. You have to make sure that you're focusing on it gets done. Because this is a requirement of you. As being a grown individual, you are required to get out here and make things happen, to support whatever you have going on, support your family, your community, your loved ones. That's why when you say you a grown individual out here, that comes with standards. That comes with terms and conditions. Do you feel me? I wasn't there for you. But I was there for you, but emotionally, maybe I wasn't there for you. Financially, I was there for you. And sometimes that's what another person needs from you. Now, they don't want to hear that, but finances do play a major key to all of this. Like they say, money isn't everything. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I agree to it to a degree for the fact that, yes, if you have family members, you have children, you have loved ones, they want you to spend time with them. It's not about the money. But yes, but no. It is about the money as well. Because if you don't have the money, how are you going to get to them? You don't have a transportation. You don't have bus money fare. You don't have BART money fare. You have to have financial stability as well. So money is a key factor. That's why a lot of people get divorces over what? Finances. Do you feel me? I wasn't there for you. But through all of that, through all of those situations, that doesn't mean that's the end of it, though. That doesn't mean that you can't get some of it back. It doesn't mean you can't improve on your situations. See, the key to that is this. You have to recognize those mistakes and make those corrections. Because you can't get that time back, but you still have time to make those corrections today. Do you feel me? And by you recognizing those mistakes that you have, especially for myself, that's something that actually can make you stronger today, because you're able to recognize what you wasn't able to do back then. And now you can actually build on that and become a better person today, because when I was in my 20s, I want to go out. I'm trying to buy all the latest clothes. You know what I mean? I had the latest car. And then when you lose all that and you get it all back, and if you're wise about it, you become a whole lot stronger. Your dedication is a whole lot more focusedness that's involved with it. You know how to treat certain situations now, because when you was in your 20s, you was doing well for yourself. You fell off and you got it all back. Now you looking at yourself like, hey, when you come across certain things now, it doesn't, you're not that excited. You know what I'm saying? Because I can tell you this, me being in my 40s today, looking at a brand new car, even though I like it, I'm not that excited anymore. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong. I love nice cars. I love foreign cars. But that excitement just going crazy and spending all my money, nah, that won't happen no more. You know what I'm saying? To a degree. Because what? I learned from my mistakes. I seen how that affected me. So it's very important for you to understand where you at, where you came from, and what you building on. Do you feel me? So sometimes you won't be there for the ones that need you, But that doesn't mean that you can't make those changes and try to correct and curve some of that, because finances is a major key, but time with your loved ones, or telling somebody that you love them, you care for them, and you appreciate what they're doing for you, that goes a long way as well. See, I'm not too hard for me not to tell somebody I love them. I'm not too, into myself so much where I can't come back and say, you know what, I apologize for what I did back then. How can we build on something today? And it doesn't have to be in the same fashion. You just want them to know that, hey, you know what I'm saying? I made those mistakes, and what can we do today? And same thing with my daughter. So we got a beautiful relationship, because all through the years I always communicated to her, even when she was young and she didn't understand a lot of the things. I at least just gave her little tips. Your dad have to go to work. You know what I'm saying? For you to have these nice things. For you to go on these nice trips, going to Disneyland and so on. That come at a cost. Do you feel me? So I wasn't there for you then, but I'm there for you today. I am Sean B. Stoller. Until next time, peace.